Everyone, hope everyone had a wonderful week. This week is Parshas Teze. We're beginning Yeshivat this week. Very, very exciting. And I saw an unbelievable idea in the Sefer Emes L'Yaakov by Rav Yaakov Kamenetsky Zatzal, where he asks the basic question. He says, if you study Sefer Dvarim in general, you'll know that Sefer Dvarim, Moshe is told that he's not going to be able to enter into Eretz Yisrael, and he basically gives Bnei Yisrael this Musar Shmus and talks to them about what it's going to be like when you get to Eretz Yisrael, and he speaks about a lot of communal matters. Last week's Parsha, Shoftim v'Shotrim Titen Lecha, is about setting up a court system, judicial system, etc. We have Yorani Dachas, which is a tzibur, community-oriented mitzvah. You have a lot of mitzvahs that are pertaining to the Klal. And we move into this week's parsha, Teze la milchama alayvecha. It's about milchama, once again, about how to set up your camp, the laws of warfare, what happens in the case of warfare. We ended off last week's parsha, Egla Arufa, and what happens if you have cities in Eretz Yisrael, someone dies in between. How do the communities, the cities of Eretz Yisrael, deal with these issues? These are all communal matters. Yet, when we take a look at this week's parsha, we have in this week's parsha, among other dinim, we have the laws of gerushin, we have the laws of divorce, we have the laws of who a person's allowed to marry, the isurim of mamzerus, who can get married, who you can't get married to. The halachos of yibum is if a person's brother passed away without children, so the din of yibum, the laws of chalitza, these are about building families, about building mishpachos, who you're allowed to marry, who you're not allowed to marry. And therefore Rav Yaakov asks, what exactly is that doing in Parshas Teze? And he answers an obvious but a critical point, is that Western culture teaches us that life is about the individual, and even family life is about the inner family. But it's not really true. Is that, yes, marriage, who you're allowed to marry, who you're not allowed to marry, being married, building families, on the one hand is personal, but is much more communal than we think. And that the community is built not of individuals, it's built of mishpachos, of families, of a husband, a wife, children, coming together with other families and other families and other families. That's how you build a tzibur. When the Torah tells us we're not allowed to marry certain people, these people are referred to as psulei kahal. It's about the tzibur, it's about the klal, it's about the community. And then Rav Yaakov Kamenetsky brings a beautiful raya to this idea. And he says, notice, when a chatan gets married and he goes to shul, no tachanan. Who doesn't say tachanan? So the chassan doesn't say tachanan, of course. He just got married. No. The whole shul doesn't say tachanan, because his simcha is our simcha. It's another brick in the community. A new family is another brick in the community. In contrast, an avel also does not say tachanan. But when an avel, Rahman al-Etzlan, is in avelus, and let's say we have a minyan, he has to come to shul. He comes to shul. We're not coming to his house, but let's say he has to come to shul. He doesn't have a minyan in his house. Does the shul say tachanan? Yes, the shul says tachanan. He doesn't say tachanan, but the shul says tachanan, because avelus is different. Avelus is personal. But when it comes to building families, mishpachos, the kiddushin, and gerushin, and ibum, and all of these matters, yes, the family is the cog of the community. And we should understand that. These are communal halachos. Beautiful idea. And I wanted to share it. Have a wonderful Shabbos.